Welcome to the Video Game Chase crew. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't by now. What are you doing with your life? Please subscribe. Okay, it's very important that you subscribe. Okay, but no. On a serious note, today we're going to talk about top 10 Switch games that are first-person shooters. So we're going to get right into it. You know, I don't want to keep you too long. And I'm going to start from 10 down. Okay. So out of my top 10 first-person shooter games, and to be honest, there aren't a whole lot of physical games that are first-person shooters. There actually aren't a whole lot of first-person shooters, period, that are good. But in this episode, I'm just going to give you the top 10 that I've experienced myself and that I feel are pretty good. So for number 10 is Iron Fury. I believe that's what it's called, Iron Fury. It's a digital release. You can check to see if there are any limited run physical copies of this game. But as far as I know, it's just a digital. And basically, this game just reminds you of Duke Nukem. You know, like that style of gameplay. Just a fun shooter. You know, first person, multiple weapons. And some nice the gameplay is pretty cool too, so I enjoy playing the game as well. It also reminded me of Quake as well. So you know, if you like those style of games, in Fury is kind of like those. It's in the realm of those kind of games. They had awesome levels and some great boss battles as well. So it's a digital game only as far as I know, but again, you can check limited run to see if they have any physical, or you can try to check on eBay to see if there are any physical copies of the game, but as far as I know, just digital. Number 9, I do have a physical version of this, and I'm gonna put Wolfenstein II at number 9. Wolfenstein 2 is a single player game. It's basically you know, you got Nazis in the game from like 1961, and the little bit I played, you're like some guy in his wheelchair at the beginning of the game. You're like in some dungeon or something, and you basically got some enemies trying to kill you like as soon as you get in the game. I mean, as soon as it starts, you got people trying to come after you already, you know, and you're in his wheelchair with like a machine gun. And then you're like trying to, you know, get through the level, and it's like bomb traps within like the first 5 minutes. I'm like, dang, really? I can, you know, and you try to figure out how to get out, how to escape, whatever. But yeah, it's like a 7 to 10 hour game. You know, like I said, it's a crazy wild story with like Nazis, and it's a 21 gigabyte game. So you definitely make sure you have like a SD card. I'm sorry, 8 gigs. 8 gigs. But the gameplay is definitely awesome, and I thoroughly enjoyed a little bit that I did play. And again, there aren't a whole lot of first person shooters, so definitely want to check that one out. Number 8 is Metro Redux. I think that's how you say it. So there's a bunch of missions on this game. Also some DLC. You can throw knives. You can do some stealth modes. There are some gyro controls. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically like where you can use a Switch light gun to actually shoot enemies in this game. So it's about a 20-hour long game, and it does go on sale digitally from time to time. So Metro Redux, Redo, however you want to say it. Also too, I actually thoroughly enjoy it. You know, pretty fun game. So if you happen to see Metro Redux, Redo, then do what you do. Go and buy it. So yeah, do that. So that's number 8. Number 7, we're going to talk about Bulletstorm. So the original game came out on the Xbox 360, and I actually enjoyed it back then as well. Like it was a great story mode from what I can remember. A lot of great guns, and it had some kind of like slingshot weapon or something. You could just like shoot the slingshot thing at an enemy from like 500 yards away and just pull him towards you and just destroy him. Like it was pretty chaotic, you know. So yeah, that's that. It's like I said, it had a nice story, and you know, this is an overall fun game that Bulletstorm was. So again, it initially came out on the 360. It was digitally on the Switch. I don't think there are any physical copies of this game, so it might just be a digital only game. So I would check that out, you know, in your in that marketplace and see, you know, when it's on sale, and you know, put it in there as your favorites, and when it goes on sale, you can go ahead and buy it. So Bulletstorm, it's usually I think around like $15-20 too. So every so often you might catch it cheaper, but for the most part, it was a pretty fun game. Let me see, number 6. Number 6 is Borderlands, the Borderlands collection. There's like I believe it's 1 and 2. I don't think 3 was in this one. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But Borderlands was interesting because when I first played Borderlands, I did not like Borderlands. I did not like it at all. I'm like, you start the game with some little robot. You gotta follow this robot for like 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, with the robot, shut up. Like, shut up. I just give me the gun so I can shoot people, and that's it. You know, just I want to create some melee. You know, but I did play the what was the other game called? Tiny Tina's Wonderland on the PS5, and I guess they were the same guys that made that game, and it was actually enjoyable. Tiny Tina Wonderland was actually a pretty fun game. So someone told me it was in the same realm of that. So I said, you know, let me give it another try. I also had Borderlands 2 on the Vita, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. So I did, and the next time I actually played a little bit longer, and it actually was pretty decent. But this Borderlands is about 50 to 100 hours of gameplay. Like it's serious. So you got like kind of werewolf monsters and some kind of like werewolves or big wolves. I don't know what you want to call them, but it's like some big wolf enemies in this game. There's loads of guns. You really just get your money's worth by playing this Borderlands collection. So again, there's not many first-person shooters, but this is one of those ones, and you also can grab this physical. There's a physical release for this game. I have seen it. You may not be able to find it at GameStop. I would try like eBay or Amazon to get it, but yeah, that's Borderlands. So I would definitely add that to my collection. Number 5. We're going to put Bioshock. And Bioshock is a weird one. This is considered a first-person shooter. I have 2 of the games on the 360. And basically, like, you're in some town called Rapture with some crazy psychos and some nice guns to use on enemies. Like, it's a great port. You know, and it comes with all 3 of the games. So it's Bioshock 1 and 2. And then the third one, I think it's called Bioshock Infinite, I want to say. But yeah, it's really kind of creepy first person shooter. It's like some weird stuff that goes on within these games. But yeah, it's a first person shooter. There isn't a physical release that I know of for Bioshock, but it is available digitally. So and that one does go on sale pretty frequently, so I would check it out. So that's Bioshock, the collection for the Switch. Number 4 would be Doom 2016. Now there is a physical release for Doom. There also is a physical release for the Doom collection, which I believe has Doom 1, 2, and 3, like the N64 version as well, with the 2016 Doom version. And that one has like a nice soundtrack. You know, it comes with like 4 Doom games. And again, you can play 1, 2, and 3, the 64 version as well. And there's a bunch of like cool, great games, great levels to play, and just to me, it was just a very fun and interesting mission campaign type of game that you could play as a first-person shooter. So sometimes you just want to get that fix, you know, of having a first-person shooter, and this is probably like the top echelon of first-person shooters on the Switch. And as you know, we don't have any Call of Duties on the Switch. I don't know when that's going to end. Like, I don't care if it's World War II from like the 360 version. Just give us a Call of Duty game like on the Switch. It's bananas. Like, we've had a Call of Duty on almost every system since the GameCube, I want to say. No, even back further than that.
No, even on the DS, they had Call of Duty on the DS.
Right, on the DS, and also what was the on the PS2? That was the GameCube era.
Yeah,
I think that was it. We didn't. It was no on the 64.
No, it was
right.
Yeah,
so
it was
like
on GameCube,
DS. So GameCube.
Oh, Wii. It was on Wii.
Right, and
the
Wii.
Black Ops. Yep.
Right, so like every systems that was after like the 64 era pretty much had a Call of Duty game.
Pretty much.
So I don't know why we don't have it on the Switch, but actually I do know why we don't have it on the Switch.
It can't run it.
Right, it can't run it, and because Nintendo refuses to go up with what's the word I want to use? 60 frames per second. They just refuse to go up on the frames, like to elevate this system. Like we've had like the OLED Switch, we had the basic Switch, we had the Yo Mama Switch, we had Yo Daddy Switch, we had everybody damn mama Switch, we had all the doggone switches. We had a switch from outside on the tree, switching your booty with it. We had all the doggone switches. You know what I'm saying? But we can't seem to get a doggone Switch, Call of Duty game on the Switch. Nintendo, get it together. Stop playing around. Okay, so anywho, I got a little carried away, but that's all right. That was Doom. So number 3. A lot of people are asleep on this game, and I'm pretty sure Proximus is asleep on this game too. But he's gonna be put on game today. This game is called Hypercharged Unboxed.
Hypercharged Unboxed.
I happened to come across this game, dude. I think we just through the marketplace, and I was like just looking for some fun games to play, and I clicked on it. And this game, actually, I don't even need to be even looking through notes, to be honest, bro. If you ever seen a Disney game, a Disney movie that you felt like this should be a game, it would be Toy Story. That's exactly what this game is. This game is basically Toy Story. So you got little people with little Lego type games. It's a multiplayer couch co-op game, and you're like in the bedroom with like little stuff on the ground, little people running, jumping on tables. They going through bathroom levels. They got bedroom levels. You climbing through like somebody jumping on somebody's computer, fighting enemies with guns. Like it's
that's like the Call of Duty meets Toy Story type thing. Yeah,
there you go.
I've seen IGN look at that. That looks amazing.
I have it.
It released. It actually
been out.
It's been out
for about a year or two.
Really,
but
dude, it looks amazing. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's like
we should play it.
We should play it.
So Hypercharged, Unboxed, and like this game was just loads of fun. I haven't played in a while, but it's loads of fun. No physical copy of this game. That's the sad thing. Like this game needs a physical release,
it does.
And I believe this was developed by some kind of like third-party developers. So like no one like mainstream, but they've gotten a lot of they've put a lot of DLC behind this game, a lot of updates. Not necessarily DLC, but a lot of updates to the game, and it just has been doing really good. So like I said, it's no physical release, but I had to buy it. Just the bathroom levels, the backyard levels. You get to teleport from one part to another part. They got a bunch of crazy like game guns you can use, and there are a couple mini game modes as well. So I think there's some kind of like zombie mode, I think, or something that's in the game. But just trust me, just check it out. Buy it. I think it's like 10, 15, 20 bucks. Don't even think about it, just buy it. 3. Number 2 is Call of Juarez. I think I've seen that right. But basically this is you probably know nothing about this. Proximus probably doesn't know anything about this, but this is basically a Western type the game gun. It's kinda like that, dude, but this crazy great first person shooter. Like the gameplay is phenomenal. The campaign, the mission is great. It gets to be. I wasn't really into it initially because I don't like westerns like at all. I'm just not really into them. Right. But if I see something that's like and the reviews are pretty good, it's like okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna check it out. And plus, it was like on sale when I got it. This is another one. This actually was physical on. I want to say Xbox and PlayStation. I want to say I can't tell you which system, maybe like 360. Yeah, on 360. It was on 360. Possibly the PS3. I don't know for sure if it was on the PS4 or not. But either way, this game was just addictive when I played it. You get to kill enemies. You get paid for it. You got it's basically like a gunslinger hold down. That's basically what it is. And and this game also has gyro controls. So if you got like one of those. I think I got to show you later, Proximus, but I got this light gun for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's not too many of them. But
what you call? They haven't. I think they still have them at Best Buy. I was gonna buy one. It comes in the big box, right?
Right. Yeah, but they packaged.
It comes with a game.
Yeah, but they packaged it with the it's like the deer hunting game. I forgot what it's called. But it's packaged with that and the water fishing game.
Yep, I was gonna buy it, but then I was like, it's a third party made controller. I believe.
Right.
But it's licensed by Nintendo.
Right. So.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy it, because I was like, it's not like, I don't know.
I got it for a deal though.
Did you?
Yeah, they
were cheap. Yeah,
they didn't have
like 10, 15.
No, I paid more than that because it actually this went up.
Really?
It went up because you don't. It's not too many Switch physical. I mean, I'm sorry, not Switch physical. It's not too many Switch light guns out for the Switch.
Yeah,
like not many. Like they got one for some kind of chicken game.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at too.
Okay, yeah,
I was looking at that one too. That one was bad. That one
but the gun is cool and it's cheap.
That's true. Yeah.
And you can get that for like $30. I forgot what it's called. But this particular one, it was like for like the deer hunting game, and it's like a big huge rifle gun.
Yeah, I seen that too.
And they didn't have the game in the box. They just had the gun and then the fishing rod. They didn't even have that game. So I'm like, hold on, y'all charged me like $70 for this, and the game is that even in here? So I took it back to the GameStop, and it was basically like, well, we can give you a discount on the game, dude. And I basically got it for like $30, $25, $30.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it was still, I don't know if I had the water thingy, but I know I got the gun. That's all I really cared about. So I got that. So anywho, that game has some gyro controls. I haven't played it yet with the gyro controls, but trust me, it's a fun game. You know, the price for it is not that high right now, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's Call of 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐳, 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐳. Let's look it up. Number one. Now, people are going to probably agree to disagree with me on this game. I'm putting this one as number one just because I liked that it put me in the realm of a Call of Duty game. So this is a what's the best word I want to say? This is it is a like mobile app game basically, but it puts you in the realm of Call of Duty. Like if that's what you're looking for, like that style of gameplay, you know, with like the guys from like the army shoot guns. This game gives you that feel, and it wasn't too many games that gave me like that exact feel. And that game number one is Modern Combat Blackout, and I believe it is a app game you can probably download on your phone. But for Switch, it was digital, no physical version of this game. And that game just sucked me right in. I enjoyed the story mode, the guns to use, and you know, this was a really fun playing game. There are like a lot of different variables to this game, so you might just be going through the campaign, shooting bad guys through levels and missions, and then you might be like in a car with two buddies, and you're like, you have to like not get shot or not take too much damage in order to pass levels. So the difficulty of that game does start to venture and get a little bit better. There are some things that I didn't like about it, as far as I think like there was no like multiplayer, so like that was kind of like you know, kind of really wasn't feeling that. But again, the main thing was I wanted some first person shooters, and this was like the one I felt like put me in the realm of Call of Duty, and you know, the controls was very fluid as well. So number one, Modern Combat Blackout. I think that's, yes, Modern Combat Blackout. So those are my top 10 first person shooters on the Nintendo Switch. If you don't have these top 10, you gotta do what you gotta do to get them top 10. Once again, it's a cheat code Charlie. Don't forget, we got something going on right now. You know, we're giving out free games. Okay, it's going down right now. Okay, if you want a free game from the video game Chase Crew, we'll even sign it by myself, Cheat Code Charlie, and Proximus. You know what I'm saying? You must tell me what is Cheat Code Charlie's favorite game of all time, and what was 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿's favorite game in these episodes. Okay, so you got, if you've been watching us for a long time, you sure know these answers. But if you don't, go back and watch. Put that in the comments in this video, or Proximus top 10 GameCube games of all time. Put it in those comments and tell us what Cheat Code Charlie's favorite video game is, and what 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿's favorite video game is in the comments, and we will send you a free video game of either Xbox, a Switch, or PlayStation 5. So you let us know which out of the 3 that you would like, and we'll find a game and we'll send it to you, all that good stuff. So thank you for watching. This is what we do. This is how we do. Let's do it. Y'all take care. Peace.